Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. This is the player ratings for Leeds 1, Everton 2. Don't forget to check out the match reaction as well. But we're here just for the player ratings today. So let's just get into it. Robin Olsen, I've given him an 8. Some people might say he deserves higher for a lot of the saves that he done in this game. 3 of them in very quick succession, might I add. And he did pull off some great saves today. Arguably kept us in the game with them 3 saves. However, he didn't have to make them 3 saves if he didn't give the stupid pass to Doucoure. I don't think enough of people highlighted that. It was a terrible ball. When you just hoof it up the field, the Leeds players were pressing there. It was a terrible pass, but on the flip side, made some great saves. You know, I can't fault him for them 3 saves. You know, and the aftermath of the pass, he done everything right to make up for his error there, really. People might say that's harsh, but I don't. I think it was a terrible pass. But he did play well today, Olsen. Apart from that, made some great saves for us. But I'm just I may have given him a 9 if it weren't for that stupid pass. But there you go. That's just me. Ben Godfrey, I've given him a 9. Leon Osman, given him man of the match. Not quite going to get my man of the match, but he was probably in the running for 2nd or 3rd place. Because there's a few players who really did impress today, I thought. Ben Godfrey was brilliant. Every game he does one of them runs, doesn't he? You know, just legs it up the field and takes everyone on. I always think he's just got to web one. And one day he will. And it'll be a great goal. It'll be a beautiful moment. But I love the way he defends. He loves defending. He's so fast. He is so pacey. And that's what we need at the back. Someone like that. And he is really probably the most underwhelming signing of the window when you looked at it on paper before the season started. But he's been absolutely brilliant for us. He has been magnificent. What a signing he has been. I predict a massive future for this lad. I love the way he just shields players out, you know, the ball out of play as well. He does it all the time. No one can get around him. He's just an athlete. He's built massively and he's just got this strength about him. Strength and pace. That's what you want in a centre-back. You know, we can cover the ground and stuff. I thought he was magnificent today, Godfrey. I did. I don't know if he's got the assist for the goal there. I don't know if it came off the Leeds player's head, but I'm sorry, I get mixed up with the opposition's players' teams' names. But maybe he got an assist there. I don't know. I haven't looked it up, to be honest. Probably should have before I've done this video. It's just occurred to me now, but he still nodded it on anyway, didn't he? For Calvert-Lewin's goal. So he's getting a 9. Brilliant performance today, Ben Godfrey. And it's not the first time I've said that this season. Yeremina is also getting a 9. What a player he has been for us this season. I know he had a few dodgy games near the start with like Newcastle away and stuff, but today he was just magnificent for us at the back. He is a massive presence for us. I love the way he brings the ball out. I mean, I think he's the best out. I know Keane has played some really lovely passes this season and some forward play, but I think no one brings the ball out like Yeremina out of our centre-halves. I mean, okay, Ben Godfrey goes on runs and stuff, but Mina just brings the play forward from the back. I love the way he just strides forward and always pushes the team up the pitch. But he made some great block. You know, there's a chance in the first half where they crossed the ball in and he got a brilliant challenge onto it. The Leeds player was just waiting for the end of it. Might have been Bamford, I can't quite remember, but he just got a foot in there in mid-air. Brilliant challenge. Yeremina was fantastic today, and I'm a big fan of this man. I am. I think he's a great player. Him and Keane are probably our best partnership. Keane was on the bench today, but Mina was brilliant, I thought, and deserves a 9 out of 10. Mason Holgate, I thought he had a very good first half, Mason. I've given him a 7, by the way. I thought he had a very good first half, Mason, but I thought he was probably at fault for the goal. The ball was just hoof it, Mason. You know, I mean, it was an awkward bounce and stuff, but I still think he could have cleared it. I think he was sort of too confident in his own ability there because we were 2-0 up. But after that, I thought his head went a little bit and he was trying to redeem himself and not, you know, jumping at the ball too much and stuff. But I thought for the last 10 or 15 minutes he came back into his own and got back into the game and got back onto his level that he was in the first half. Got forward quite a bit in the first half as well today. Defended well at times. I thought he played alright, Mason. It was just that for the goal, I thought he should have got rid, but not a bad performance overall. Look at Dean, I've given him an 8. Another assist for this wonderful left back. What a player he is. I mean, arguably the best player brands has signed. Up there with Richarlison hammers, really, isn't he? I mean, I'm consistently giving him above 7s at least every game. Got an assist today. He did go quieter in the second half. He was more pushed back a little bit, getting forward way more in the first half. But I love the way he links up with Doucoure and Richarlison and stuff. He's just a brilliant player. He really is. He's mustard. What a left back. I thought he would play really well today, Dean. Especially the first half, and that was just a lovely ball to Gylfi Sigurdsson for the goal. How many assists does this player get? I think isn't he top of the tree from assists from left backs or something? What a player. Doucoure, I've given him a 9. Now, Doucoure, I know people are going to disagree with this because I've seen a lot of shouts for other players, but I've just got to go with what I think. I'm going to give Doucoure man of the match. He's getting a 9 as well. Look, it was very, very close between him and a few other players, especially Godfrey. But I thought he was everywhere today in that midfield for us. We signed him and we all thought he was going to be a box-to-box midfielder, and that's exactly what he was today. He defended well. He took the ball up the pitch. He was in attacking areas. He played a lovely ball to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin should score. I mean, that was a perfectly weighted pass for him. I just thought he was all over the pitch today and went on a lovely run first half. Done really well to keep the ball in play and stuff. I just thought he was magnificent. I think he's been a great signing for us. So, done everything right today. Didn't put a foot wrong. Thought he was magnificent. So, Doucoure is getting a 9. Andre Gomes, I'm not a fan of the player. I'm not going to lie, but credit where it's due. I've given him a 9 as well. I thought this was his best game for Everton in a long time. Very, very neat and tidy in what was a very hectic game. I mean, there was players just slipping everywhere, and obviously it's not their fault. It's the way the pitch has been watered. But I just thought he was very, very calm and confident on the ball today. Didn't really put a foot wrong either. I thought him and Doucoure were probably the best makeup of the team today. Best part of the pitch for us. Just really, really confident in his ability today, Andre Gomes. If he played that like this every week, or just, getting a bit of consistency into his game, I wouldn't have a problem with him. He was really good today, Andre Gomes. What a ball that was to Luca Dean for that first goal. That was a magnificent long ball, so I'll give him a 9. Gylfi Sigurdsson, I've given him an 8. Scored the first goal. Was not in the game for some parts of it, but what I noticed about him, he always kept it ticking over in the final third. Even if it was just a little short layoff pass or something, he tried to keep it ticking over in the final third. Was involved way more than he usually is today, Sigurdsson. I just don't think he's going to be one of them players who's going to be in the game a lot for the rest of his career, to be honest. But it's a difficult position in number 10 at times. I mean, I know Hammers played there last week for the first half. I thought he struggled in that position just a little bit. But he was alright today, Sigurdsson. Scored the goal, got us off on the right foot, and played some nice little neat and tidy passes in the final third to keep us ticking over. Alex Iwobi, I've given him a 7. Missing for large patches of the game, but when he was on the ball, thought he'd done really well. He's looking very much calm and confident on the ball lately. Tried to get a few crosses in. Most of them didn't really come off really, but he was a threat at times. Had an alright game. I've given him a 7. Richarlison, I've given him an 8. I thought he was very defensively involved today. There was times where I felt he could have scored. There was one where he cut in the second half, put it wide obviously, but I thought it was in when I first seen it. It was miles wide. There was a moment where Calvert-Lewin should have passed to him. He really should have passed to him there, and he probably would have scored. Looked distraught to be taken off, which is a good thing. He wants to stay on the pitch and score, but I just think he's desperate to score some goals, isn't he? He really is, and it's just not happening for him at the minute. But overall, I thought he really looked a bit more tidier on the ball today. He wasn't really overrunning things. He kept hold of the ball for us, held it up, and made some nice little runs here and there. Was involved. Thought he'd done alright, Richarlison today, I did. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I've given him an 8 as well. Now, he did... It's a generous 8 because he did score and he played well in part of the game, but there was a few decisions in the final third where I think he could have done better, especially that pass to Richarlison. He should have given that ball, and the last 5 or 10 minutes where Doucoure passed him, he should score there, Dom. I mean, you're not involved in the game too much at times because you're on your own up front, but when you're called upon, you have to score. But he did in the first half, to be fair to him. He did score, so I can't be too harsh on him. He held the ball up well for us at times, and I thought he was a lot more involved today than he usually is. Played some nice little neat football up front, but just some decisions, just think he needs to work on them a little bit. You know, like, I know I'm not comparing him to Harry Kane because Harry Kane is unbelievable, but Harry Kane has improved his all-round game now. I think that's the next step for Dom, really. But he done all right today, Dom. He played well, and he scored, so I'm giving him an 8. Substitutions, Michael Keane, thought he should have been brought on a lot earlier, to be honest, and I'm talking like half-time. And that is not hindsight, that is what I generally thought at half-time to shore it up, because I thought Leeds were getting through a little bit too easily at times. I thought Keane coming on might just calm it all down, but he came on with about 10 or 15 minutes to go and done all right. I remember he made a little decent clearance at the end there, but didn't really have too much time. But I've given him a 7 anyway, because he did come on and like shored it up a little bit. Joshua King, I've given him a 7 as well. Now, I thought he was trying his best to get involved. Looked very pacey at times as well, and always trying to get his foot in, trying to get a challenge in, trying to win the ball for us. Give him a 7. Tom Davies, I'm not being harsh on Tommy yet. Look, I've given him a 5, and I usually just give all the subs a 6 to not be too harsh, but he did give the ball away, and Leeds created a chance out of it, really. I think the mob would have been out for Tom there if Leeds would have scored, but he was on the pitch for a few minutes and gave the ball away and let them have a dangerous chance. So I've got to give him a 5, really, but I'm not going to be too harsh. He was on the pitch for a small amount of time. So there you go. That is the player ratings. Don't forget to check out the match reaction as well. Do you agree with these ratings? Do you not? I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't, because there's always them people, but yeah, we're all going to have different opinions, aren't we? I know a lot of people aren't going to give Doucoure man of the match, but I really think he was. So leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks very much, everyone. See you later.